William Kennedy.
Thank you, Walter. I'm always happy to be here, and always, I just drove in about, 2 months ago. I was coming down from Saratoga, and I decided to just ride around the campus and marvel at the changes, because when I was here, all there was Siena Hall and Gibbons Hall and 2 extension buildings. There were clapboard boxes and 2 Quonset huts, and that was it. But I remember very fondly Father Matt Conlon, who was the mentor of the Siena News, and he was my first professor of composition. He taught kind of a freshman comp course, and he was a very learned fellow and a wonderful, quiet wit, and he, of course, became president of the college some years later. I wrote a composition that he read and decided to hold up as exemplary in class, exemplary of how not to write a composition. He never mentioned who had written this piece of work, and I was very grateful for that. And anyway, he was a great guy, and he was emblematic of the kind of instruction I got at Siena, and which was very learned and also very sprightly, and it served me well.
I thought it was very interesting how we had the opportunity to interact with William. He gave us some great insight about his life, journalistically and as a writer.
It's a little bit unreal. You don't see a lot of people every single day at Siena College who are such distinguished writers, so to have one in the same room with access to ask any questions and look for guidance, it's fantastic.
It's fun. I wish I had something like this from writers when I was on campus. To be a serious writer of any kind, you have to do it yourself. And it's just that helping hand along the way doesn't hurt. The drive is to, create something. I'm sort of casting around, looking for something that will take me by the throat, hold me up against the wall and say, write me. And I haven't seen that yet. That hasn't happened.
What I got out of the message was never give up on what you want to do. He was talking about how, one day he'll have 1 page, another day he'll have 17 pages done, and, it's a long process, but in the end it seems like it's totally worth it.
When I registered for Siena, I registered with the proviso that I get to be on the newspaper, or else I didn't want to come here. And they said, okay. It's a great profession in the sense that it gets you into the world, gets you out and off and running into the thick of everything. You hardly ever get a chance to interview Marilyn Monroe, say, when you're a banker. I was with the paper for 4 years. I wound up as the editor, and I worked with the printer, the Johnson Press that printed us, and I could make up pages. I was a finished pro newspaper man, and I could write, I could make up, edit, anything, and on the magazine as well. So I really felt, I had a career in addition to being educated in the arts and in the English language and literature, that I got a job right away up in Glens Falls newspaper, and I was off and running, and Siena was great.